Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, here to react to the Raptors' 111-91 win against the Boston Celtics. Oh my goodness, that was an amazing win here tonight. We got a solo pod on the go. Riker is not here for this one. We apologize for not being able to put up a Memphis Grizzlies podcast. There were some technical difficulties, but now let's just get right into this game. The Raptors were absolutely phenomenal in this one. And I guess we got to start off with Kyle Lowry. 23 points tonight. 6 threes from Kyle Lowry. 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Man, that guy was on fire. Every chance he got, he was hitting a three, hitting a shot, and whoever's face the Celtics were throwing at him. Kyle Lowry, he's ready for that three-point contest, and he showed it here tonight. Man, the Raptors just decimated the Celtics. Kyle Lowry was our leader, but the huge difference in this one was the bench mob. Toronto's bench just broke down. They destroyed, ripped apart the Celtics. Whether the Celtics had the starters out there, their bench, whoever. When the bench unit was on the floor, they broke them down like it was easy. It looked like we were playing, the bench unit was playing against an AAU team. The Celtics, they didn't know what hit them. CJ Miles, phenomenal game tonight. 20 points, 5 for 7 from 3. We know when the Toronto Raptors are making threes, we are such an amazing team, especially with the high volume of threes we shoot. So to see CJ Miles go 5 for 7 is just a phenomenal sight to see. Great to see him get some minutes, 15 minutes tonight. Getting a little groove out there. He's been, he was out a couple games with that injury, so I think it was his right knee. So it's nice to see him get his groove back. But as always, Fred VanVleet. This guy, Terry Rozier had a good game for the Celtics as the backup point guard, and this is kind of the matchup I wanted to see, Terry Rozier and Fred VanVleet being the two backup point guards. And Terry Rozier had 18 points and 4 assists, but Fred's just impact on the floor was too much out there for the Celtics to handle. He had 10 points and 8 assists, and Kyrie Irving, I don't know why. I guess because Fred is shorter. Every time Fred switched on to Kyrie, and Kyrie tried to, do his, he's got nice handles, tried to get the rim on Fred, and Fred was having none of it. I don't think I saw Kyrie score on Fred once tonight. Fred had the clamps on that man, and it was just a phenomenal sight to see. Our other point guard, DeLon Wright, 14 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. He played awesome as well. Just the whole entire bench was great tonight. Jakob Poeltl seemed like he was a bit out of groove on offensive end, but defensively, Yak was swatting shots left and right, changing shots. He even had a few great contests that were called fouls, but the refs are going to call fouls on Jakob Poeltl. It's just something that happens, even though it doesn't make sense. But man, Yak with 3 key blocks tonight, 4 points, 5 rebounds. Man, I'm just so energized right now. Pascal Siakam, not a huge night for the box score, 6 points and 1 rebound, but his impact on the court too, just running the floor, always being there for loose balls. It looked like Toronto got every loose ball tonight, and that's something that's a phenomenal sight to see, because that's what the Celtics are known for. They aren't a great offensive team, despite their record and all. Obviously, they're not, the Hawks or anything, but it's their defense and their grit that really beats teams, and we outgritted the Celtics along with our phenomenal offense. So if we can continue to do this in every matchup we play against the Celtics, that would be absolutely amazing. DeMar DeRozan was also great in this one. He had 15 points and 6 assists, and that's just awesome to see. In our two blowout wins against the Celtics and the Cavs, DeMar DeRozan hasn't had to go off for huge nights, and that's because these teams are keying in on him. And when that would happen every year, not including this one, before this season, DeMar would still get his numbers, but his shooting percentages would be down because that good teams know how to go at the stars of another team, and we wouldn't have anyone else to go to. And that's the problem that happens to us in the playoffs. That's why DeMar and Lowry have such a bad rep, even though they don't play that bad. It's just they can't actually swing the ball to anyone because we had Damari Carroll and Patrick Patterson and God knows who else, John Salmons or whoever on the wings, because we couldn't do anything with that. The Raptors couldn't do anything. But now, Fred VanVleet, just for an example, he's a gamer. Whenever there's a big game, Fred VanVleet comes ready to play. And, you see DeMar trusting the pass, not forcing as many shots. They're swinging the ball, and then DeMar and Lowry can catch the ball in the motion of the offense. DeMar DeRozan hit 2 threes tonight because teams aren't up in his grill, because they can't be, because if they double him or they get too tight on him, he'll just blow by him and swing the ball to an open Fred, to an open DeLon, and people can actually do stuff with the basketball this season. I'm so hyped for the Raptors right now. To see us be able to run this against good teams. At the start of the year, we were getting used to the offense, and we lost some games. We lost to the Celtics. We lost to the Spurs because we couldn't consistently play like this as we were just integrating in this new offense. But now that we can run this thing for a whole game, and obviously the key is the threes going in, but when the threes are falling, which I think they will only get better and better with, the Raptors are a scary, scary team in the East. And I don't know if, especially the way the Cavs have been playing, I think they're the most talented team we're going to go up against. But if the Cavs keep playing like the way they are, I don't think there's any team in the East that can compete with a Toronto Raptors team that's hitting their threes, hitting their shots, and obviously keeping up this defensive energy. So, I don't know, that might be a hot take, but that's the way it's looking out here. When the past 2 games we played against the Cavs and the Celtics, we've absolutely blown them out of the water. And I know the Cavs will be better, and I'm sure the Celtics won't play as bad tonight. Like, all-star Al Horford out here only had 2 points, so I'm sure we won't see that happen again. But I don't know what Al Horford can do against guys like Siakam and Bodo some mobile running his face. And Jonas Valanciunas, he had 2 points, 7 rebounds. You look at the box score, you'll say Jonas had a trash game, which to his standards for what he's been playing recently, yeah, that's not a good Jonas game. But even if you look at Jonas from the beginning of the season, Jonas is just so much more quicker. He's able to guard the pick and roll. Teams, because in the scouting report, teams are like, let's throw Jonas in the pick and roll and score every time. But now Jonas is getting out on top, and that's another reason why Al Horford didn't do anything today, because Jonas was just in his grill the whole time. And Serge, he's out here. He didn't even have that great of a game tonight, and he still had a good impact. He started off the game really well, but had a few turnovers. 4 turnovers for Serge, but 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 or 5 shooting. Serge, when he's in the mid-range, he didn't step out to the 3 at all tonight, but when he's cooking from the mid-range, and that's where he's a phenomenal shooter. DeMar's obviously a great mid-range shooter, but Serge Ibaka's a great mid-range shooter as well. And when he gets going from in there, that's when I love to see him. That's where I love to see him operate. I know the Raptors aren't looking for too many mid-range shots, but I like how they go to him now at the beginning of games to get that mid-range shot going. I don't mind him stepping out after he starts hitting those shots, because those are the games we really see Serge playing well. Yeah, it's just an all-around team game. All-around team win. Everyone played well. Going to a few of the Celtics players, Kyrie Irving was kept in check all night. He only had 17 points, 3 assists. Fred, as I mentioned, played phenomenal defense. DeLon was great when he was on him. Lowry, the whole team operation on Kyrie was great tonight, and he hit some tough shots. He's a shot maker, but his percentages could be lower, because I'd say some of his shots were almost fluky. The ones he hit, they were over contested defense, but I guess that's what all-star starters do. So, no, the Raptors played really well against Kyrie. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they did not much. They weren't out here doing anything. 11 points for Brown, 4 points for Tatum. Jason Tatum, he's good, but he's hit this rookie wall, which I think all Raptors fans knew was going to happen. And I don't know if the Celtics can lean on this guy, going into the playoffs, especially he's only a rookie. And so much of when the Celtics had all these win streaks on the go and winning all these games, Jason Tatum was an absolute beast for them. And I don't know if they can expect that. He's such an integral part of our offense. Like, OG's hitting kind of a similar wall to Jason Tatum. But OG is still giving it to us on the defensive end. He's still doing OG things. He's making great passes in the lanes. OG does everything. Jason Tatum's a scorer. So that's why I think OG going forward this season will be more valuable to their team as a rookie than Jason Tatum would be. So, I don't know, that'd be an interesting thing to watch as the season progresses. Great win. Let's get right into the segments now. Tonight, for the play of the day, we could bring up so many plays. Siakam had one of the most ridiculous blocks on, it might have been Semi Ojeleye, I don't really remember, but they got an offensive rebound. They tried to put it back up. It looked like it was an easy layup. Then Siakam looked like he was an NBA Jam. It seemed as if he jumped 400 feet in the air and just swatted that thing down. Jakob Poeltl blocked. It might have been Tice's dunk or Nader. So I'm just going to keep listing off plays. DeLon Wright threw a mean alley-oop to Siakam. Siakam had a lot of highlight plays tonight. He also had one dunk on the fast break. I threw it up on Twitter. It looked like the switcheroo dunk package in 2K. So nice to see Siakam bring that dunk package out. I don't know. Could it be any of CJ Miles' crazy threes down the stretch? Today, this segment's just the plays of the day for this game because there's too many to count. But not all plays can be the play of the day. And some just make you say, oh, geez. And tonight, the OG's play of the game, it has to go to the Raptors roster just at the beginning of the second half. Lowry threw an outlet pass a bit too high for Serge Ibaka. He threw it in to DeMar, who saved it back to I don't know, the ball was fizzing around. It almost went out of bounds about 4 times. Then DeMar took a fadeaway jump shot, clanked it off the rim. It made me say, oh, geez, as a Raptors fan. Just because the Celtics are known for making comebacks. We kind of looked a bit shook at the very beginning of the second half. Then we got it right back in gear. So, not all plays could be the play of the day. So, we got to throw out that OG's play of the game. And then finally, the infamous Damari Carroll Gold Star Award goes to Tice on the Boston Celtics. That man does not look like a basketball player. He looks more like a bouncer, so to speak. One of those, I guess he's there for a bit of grit, but he looks like a bouncer with that body frame and large tattoo. And another reason he's getting the Damari Carroll Gold Star Award, he's got that Mike Miller style tattoo on his shoulder and his chest. And makes me think I'm watching Mike Miller out there. I'm afraid he's going to shoot from 3, but I don't know how Tice plays. So even when he catches it, I think he's going to score. Just as a basketball fan, I don't like thinking Mike Miller's out there. Man is a Raptor killer. So, Tice, you're getting the Damari Carroll Gold Star Award. I could give it to anyone on the Celtics tonight because they did not play well. Could have went to Al Horford, Jason Tatum, any of those guys. But phenomenal win for the Raptors. We'll wrap up the podcast here. Let us know what you guys thought of the game. Awesome win. Subscribe if you like the channel, and check out our other videos. And anyways, as always, thanks for listening.